Now here we are, the healthiest Chinese salt and pepper chips you'll ever make. Now I'm Rick, welcome to Backyard Chef, and let's show you how to make this. This is a doddle. Okay, this is a very simple recipe to make, like I say. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to make a single portion, but then I'm going to double it up because I want a little bit more in my tub when I save it. So we'll make a single portion and then I'll make another single portion, mix it all together, so it'll be a double portion, and then I can save it because I use it all the time. Okay, now this starts with 1.5 tablespoons, and it's only a dessert tablespoon like this. We're not going to use anything fancy, we're going to use a spoon out of the drawer. Okay, so we want 1.5 tablespoons of salt. So that's about 1 in there. That's about half in there. And then, oops. So that we call that 1 because it actually spilled over. And about half. You can actually toast this salt, brown it off. I'm not going to bother. We're going to make a quick salt and pepper mixture. Okay, so we got 1.5 tablespoons of table salt in there. We got 1.5, that's 1.5 tablespoons of white pepper. So of course we're doubling it up. Now you don't have to be super critical with the measurements, guys. You can be if you want to measure it out with a proper measuring spoon. That's up to you. And then we want a teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice. So there's a teaspoon, and of course we're doubling it up. MSG is optional. I'm not going to use MSG because I'm using a Chinese chicken powder, and the Chinese chicken powder has MSG in, so we do not need to use MSG. And what we want a couple of teaspoons of chicken powder. Now I'm going to double that, like I say, so we have 4 in there. Now with my salt and pepper mix, guys, I think you should have a little bit of sweetness in there, and I put sugar in. Now some people don't, I do. Now we want 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, so that's about 1/2 tablespoon, and then what we'll do, we'll double it up. So there's a tablespoon in there. Chili powder, entirely up to you. I'm using chili powder, but it's flakes. You want about 1/2 teaspoon, but you know, we doubled. There's a teaspoon. Now this ingredient is optional. It's garlic powder. Now you don't have to use it. That's entirely up to you. But I like that little bit of a garlic powder flavor in there, and it saves on trying to cook with minced garlic. We don't want to be cooking with minced garlic when we're using an air fryer or anything, you know. We're not using any oil, but you know, normal chips and everything made with the Chinese salt and pepper mix has garlic in. So we want about a teaspoon, but we're going to double it. There we go. Now that is our mix, guys. It's as simple as that. It's really easy. So we're going to make a quick salt and pepper mix here. All you got to do now is give it a mix up. Now this stuff is usually quite potent, so be careful. When you're actually using it, don't whack too much in, you know. Woo-wee. So that's our salt and pepper mix in there. Whoa, pepper's got me, I'm going to sneeze. That is fantastic, that is absolutely perfect. All we need to do now is put it to the test. Right, this is simple. Out with your air fryer basket, chuck in some chips. Oh, about that many. So we got those in there. Frozen chips, we're not going to do anything to it at all, guys. All we're going to do is whack it back in. Let's get it in there. On. Right, we want to be whacking this on for about 200 degrees for about 8 minutes. 8 minutes is cooking. Whilst that's cooking, we're going to do this veg. It's so quick and easy, this, guys. This is taking the takeaway straight back home. Simple. Veg. Green pepper, red chili, onion. I'm using a red onion, you know, but you can use any onion. And a couple of spring onions. That's it. So all we need to do, we need to slice everything across. It's just got to go in there for show. So nice and steady across there on the chili. Now, we don't have to rush on this. We've got 8 minutes. So we're going to get a plate and we'll throw everything on the plate. So we're just going to pile it on there, you know. Onion, we're just going to slice down. Now, the chips are long, obviously. Long and stubby, actually, these chips, you know. So nice and steady through there like that with the onion. And then they're going to match up with the chips when they're in there. So that's probably enough onion, but I'm going to do more. It's only a small red onion, so we might as well have it all. As you go, just break it up like that. It'll just make it easier when it's in the chips. You know, you'll get bits of onion all around your chips. Look pretty good, actually. Green pepper. Same deal. We want some strips of green pepper. Now, we're not going to use all the green pepper on this. So, again, some strips of green pepper. On the plate. Now, this is the healthiest Chinese salt and pepper chips you'll ever make. Made right in the air fryer, so simple, you know. A lot of people still unsure about air fryers. Air fryers is one of the most essential pieces of gear in the kitchen these days, especially with the high costs. You know, the high cost of fuel, electric, gas. A couple of spring onions. I'm going to cut this slight bias. Now, all we're going to do with this is we're going to chuck this spring onion on top of it all when it's finished. This ain't going to get cooked. The veg is going to get cooked with the chips. So all we're going to do is put a little bit of a bite. You can cut it whichever way you want, guys. You know, you can just slice it across if you wanted. But, you know, again, a little bit of presentation. You know, your chips are quite long. We've got all that long veg. And that's our spring onions to chuck on the top. Now that is simple. How long we got? We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes, veg is already done. Poof. Now when you're cooking frozen chips, what you would do, you would bang it in. 8 minutes, give it a shake. Oh, excuse me, you would bang it in. Cook it 8 minutes, give it a shake, bang them back in for about another 7 minutes. Perfect chips. So this is a fantastic way to make the Chinese salt and pepper chips. Bang them in, 8 minutes. Chuck the veg in. 7 minutes, so the veg is going to cook in there with the chips. Give it a shake around, and at the end throw in your salt and pepper mix, give it a shake, chuck your spring onions over the top, serve it up. Better than the takeaway and more healthy. There we go, guys. Ping, out it comes. Just look at those chips. Good shake. Are you ready for this? Whack. In they go. Job done. Shake round. I mean, that looks fantastic right there. Just look at that. So there we are in there. Look, just look in there. That is fantastic. Back in. On. Temperature up 200. Time 7 minutes. Press start, off it goes, job done. So easy. This is easy cooking. Oh, I can tell you now, that smells absolutely fantastic in that air fryer. I can smell like green peppers through there with that chips. Oh, that is superb. Oh, there's a pink. Are you ready for this? Oh, look in there. Now that's what we're talking about. And all you do is you take our salt and pepper mix, and for that lot in there, this salt and pepper is quite potent, you know, so you want to be going in with about quarter of a teaspoon. That'll do. Give it a stir up, shake around. Whoa, oh, oh. Serve it up. Whoa, come on. And then on with some spring onion. I mean, come on, look at that. That is the healthiest Chinese salt and pepper chips that you will ever make. Absolutely fantastic. Just look at that. Oh, just look at that. Oh, squeaky weaky. Get in there. Oh. Oh. That is the healthiest Chinese salt and pepper chips you're ever gonna make. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.